Mariejois is a scam. It's not the holy land you think it is. That place is literally hell. A kingdom of false gods ruled by demons. Think about it. Those summoning circles make it extremely clear they're all devils. Since Oda Sensei finally revealed Saint Saturn's transformation, as well as the silhouettes of the other Gorosei and Imu, we can potentially identify the monsters they really are. As a bonus, what if Garling, Shank's father, wink wink, is also a demon? Blimey, what a handsome devil! Hold that thought for a moment. What exactly is this summoning circle? The only thing we know is that it can be used either to summon or as transportation. Do you think only the world nobles can access such dark magic? I don't think so, because this isn't the first time we've seen it. Remember in episode 421 when Brook was sent away by Kuma to an island that worshipped demons? None of them were nobles, so that means even commoners can perform black magic. If that is the case, what if some pirates are also able to do some black magic? Someone like Shanks? Yes, our redhead pretty boy can use black magic. This explains how he mysteriously stopped Kaido and then shockingly appeared at Marineford the very next day. We assume that he had a twin who was also a holy knight, though it turned out to be his daddy. In chapter 1094, we saw Saturn use a pentagram for transportation. If he can teleport, why does he even need to travel by warship? Hey, what a lazy viejito. Because there's a specific power that is required to use the summoning circle. Could it possibly be Haki? Since Shanks has an insane conqueror's Haki, it could be the reason he can cover vast distances in such a short time. This might also explain why the cult on Namakura Island believed they'd summon Brook, but they couldn't actually bring forth any demons. Maybe they just lacked the necessary Haki. Okay, time to unpack the Gorosei. What sort of demons do they represent? First, we've got Saint J. Garcia Saturn, the godhead of science. When I saw his transformation, he was like Spider-Man, but with horns. Given his spider-like physique, he might be based on a yokai, specifically the Ushi Oni. For real, senpai? The Ushi Oni, aka Ox Demon, takes different forms, but typically has an ox head paired with a spider body. In chapter 1095, did you notice that Saturn can immobilize his opponents? It's said that if you lock eyes with this demon, you can't look away, bruh. It'll suck out your soul. This is referred to as Kage wo no Mu, which for non-Japanese speakers means eating the shadow or drinking the soul. Side note, the Ushi Oni isn't riding solo, it also works in tandem with other monsters, like the Nureona, which I'm saving for the last part of the video by the way. The Ushi Oni is known for its extreme cruelty, which perfectly aligns with Saturn's behavior, especially since he's also a celestial dragon. Yeah, those mofos with a god complex. The funny thing is that he refers to humans as insects, even though this guy's literally an insect. Video editor, can you get him a mirror? Huh? This monster's breath is also pure deadly poison. Okay, so he needs a mirror and a toothbrush. It was also mentioned that just encountering the Ushi Oni will give you an incurable illness. Wait, no. Could Saint Saturn have been the cause for Roger's mysterious disease? Whoa, okay. So quickly subscribe so we can figure this out. Gorosei number 2, Saint Marcus Mars, the godhead of the environment, is likely inspired by this wacky bird called Itsumare. No, not that one. Nope, not that one. Stop. Come on, bring that bird back. There it is. Hey senpai, what the heck is an Itsumare? Imagine a person with a beak, a snake's body with wings, and some crazy sharp claws. Okay, that doesn't sound sexy. These birds only show up when stuff's about to go down, like plagues, disasters, or on the battlefield. This reminds me of the big war that is about to happen in One Piece. Will we get to see Mars' transformation? Here's something even more interesting. In the year 1334, the Itsumare just popped over the state ceremony hall and scurred the hell out of everybody. To handle that party crasher, the imperial court called in an expert archer, Okijiro Zaimon Hiroari. He managed to shoot the Itsumare down from the sky, earning himself the name Mayumi, meaning true bow, and later earned the glory of a famous warrior. An archer that became a famous warrior? Usopp, is that you? We know Usopp is a badass sniper, but could he be the one to beat one of the Gorosei to fulfill his prophecy and become a brave warrior of the sea? If you think Itsumare is freaky, bruh, hold my drink. Here is Baku. This yokai has a bear's bod, elephant's head, rhino eyes, ox's tail, and tiger legs. Holy sh**, that sounds like my sister. Look, regardless of the way she looks, at least she's subscribed, so you better subscribe so we can make more One Piece theories. Tossing my sis aside, which of the Goroseis model after the Baku? That'll be Saint Topman Mercury, or should I say Mercury, the godhead of justice. By the way, this guy's mustache, I don't like the guy, but classy. According to a theory, as we saw Mercury's silhouette in chapter 1085, it looks like an elephant's head. That's why he might be based on the Baku. I did some research, and I think that the Baku is the closest yokai to match the silhouette. The Baku aren't actually considered evil in Japanese mythology. They're considered holy beasts. Why? Because they are dream eaters. They feed on human dreams, especially the bad ones. Do they prefer spicier dreams? Cause I might have a few ingredients. These beasts truly fit nicely because dreams are a big deal in One Piece. But since the bad guys have it, I have a feeling that Saint Mercury might be one of the toughest Gorosei the Straw Hats will face in the future. A demon that could devour dreams. On a side note, I gotta admit guys, I really like the story of how Baku was made. You know how when you've got random leftovers in the fridge and you make an epic meal? That's basically how the gods created Baku. And let me tell you, they love their own cooking. Because of its mixed appearance, it became a favorite of the gods. Could Mercury be Imu's favorite? Remember the Gorosei who looks like Gandhi? His name is Saint Ethan Baron V. Nusijuro, and the V stands for Venus. He might be based on the Mikoshi Nudo, a yokai that looks like a regular monk, but this guy can stretch super tall, has crazy long claws, and wild hair. Venus definitely resembles a monk, except for the wild hair. Which is funny because most of Nudo's illustrations are bald. This yokai can transform into a towering beast and grow taller the more you look up at it. A way to counter this demon is to look at its head and then quickly gaze at your nasty feet. Yes, your nasty feet. No, I don't want your feet pics. But if you reverse this and look up at it from your feet to its head, then the Nudo will eat you. Crazy, huh? If we compare this to Venus's silhouette in the manga, it looks like he has a long neck. What happens to those who encounter the Mikoshi Nudo? There's different consequences based on their reactions. People who stare at this yokai will be frozen in fear and die instantly, just like the Ushi Oni or Saturn. If you ignore the Mikoshi Nudo or try to run away, it will either crush you or pierce you with a bamboo spear. Yeah, this yokai has a lot of insecurities. In Venus's case, the bamboo spear would be his katana. Side note, in theory, this sword, the Shorai Kitetsu, not only is it one of the first swords, but it's also the strongest. During its transformation, the Nudo carries an object that contains its true body. Now, if you snatch this object, then you basically win and have this yokai at your mercy. That object is definitely Venus's katana, and I have a feeling the one to battle this guy will be Zoro. So what about the godhead of agriculture, Saint Shepherd Jew Peter? There's a theory he could be the Akaguchi, aka Akashita, a yokai, well, a beast with clawed hands, a face that's like 20% hair and 80% clouds, with a big old tongue hanging out and nobody's ever seen its full body. Hey, don't judge. It'd be weird if everyone saw you naked. Comparing this to the silhouette in chapter 1085, it makes sense why Jew Peter's face looks all blobby and has a wide mouth. He reminds me of this screaming meme face. Akaguchi is linked to water usage in farming areas. Some people say that it can be seen atop a water gate or floodgate, which lines up with Saint Jew Peter being the head of agriculture. When water was scarce, it was shared fairly among farmers. If you stole some extra water and got lucky dodging the law, well, regardless of your luck, the Akaguchi will swallow you with its big red tongue. Others think this yokai is related to Shaku Yetsujin, the red-tongued god, the guardian of the western gate of Taisui, which is a concept in Chinese astrology and mythology, representing a celestial body that isn't the planet Jupiter, but is related to its orbit. That's enough with the old men. Let's talk about the supreme ruler of the world government, Imu. And who might he be based on? Imu might be inspired by the yokai, the Nure Onna. It's super interesting that Nure Onna sounds a lot like Nerona, the clan Imu is from. According to legends, Nure Onnas are vampiric sea serpents. And yeah, they suck. Got him. They come in two main types. Some have arms, others don't. If you saw Imu's transformation in chapter 1085, you'd notice this guy's got two arms. In English, Nure Onna translates to wet woman. Okay, I know we're all excited, even me, but it's not like that. FBI, open up! It gets that name because it has a woman's face and long black hair that always looks drenched. Imu has that wet look, if you know what I'm saying. Wait, is Imu a woman? Yeah, I think Imu's a lady. Fight me in the comments. Nure Onnas can be super sneaky, pretending to be tired ladies with babies. They'll ask people or sailors to hold their baby for a moment. If you fall for it and grab that baby, it becomes as heavy as a rock and you're stuck. I doubt Imu has the power to make a baby, but I bet she can mobilize her foes, just like Saturn and Venus. Given the yokai is a serpent, serpent. Could Imu's devil fruit be a mythical version of the Hebi Hebi no Mi? There's another theory though. Some fans are saying that Imu is based on the umi-bozu, especially since Imu spelled backwards is umi. I get the umi part, which means sea, but the yokai? Skeptical. The physical descriptions don't connect with what we know about Imu. Umi-bozu translates to sea priest, and Imu doesn't look like a priest. Sure, it has inky black skin and 2 large round eyes. Imu has those big eyes, but the pitch black skin, that's just a silhouette, my friend. So I'm for now putting my money on Nureona, though I do agree that umi-bozu might have inspired the giants we saw in Florian Triangle. Okay, now for the promise, for the bonus feature introducing the redhead sugar daddy. Garling. If Garling were to be a monster, what kind of creature might he be? He could be modeled after the man who's set to live on the moon, the Katsuro Toko. That might explain Garling's crescent moon hairstyle. If Mercury has a slick beard, Garling's next level sexy. Katsuro Toko is said to be a very handsome dude. In chapter 1095, when we catch a glimpse of a young Garling at God Valley, the ladies are going nuts. But you better watch out, you better not cry. If you stare too long at this yokai, he'll wave you over and over with every wave. Your life gets shorter and shorter every day. Keep staring and you might as well cancel Christmas. It's over for you, buddy. You hear me? It's over. Subscribe, but it's still over. Based on this, we can assume that Saturn, Venus, Imu, and Garling all share the same power. Just one look, and you're done. Since the start of One Piece, we've been introduced to various elements of the story that involve gods and devils, such as devil fruits, the sun god Nika, and now the Gorosei. They even gave Robin the title Devil's Child, even though they themselves are demons. But did you know that another Straw Hat member might also have a demon within? A demon under his left eye.